guys, Mass Effect 3 is finally finished and I'll be reviewing it. And it's about time. I've been saying I'll be reviewing it for the past couple months now, but it's been so long because the game itself is pretty long. So I'm going to go over the good, the bad, the story, the graphics, and all that other jazz. So here we go, the graphics. When it's the cinematics, not when, you know, the game's RPG, so when you're choosing stuff like that, those visuals are pretty bad, but you know, I gotta give them that because there's so many different options you can go through. But when it comes to the cinematics, the game is beautiful, showing the chaos, the explosions. What I mean by RPG, some of you might not know, RPG is when you decide the story. I'm not a huge RPG fan, but this one is perfect because there's not like one or two endings. There is several different endings. I'm gonna, after this video and after I edit and upload it, I'm gonna go on YouTube and look up all the options because my option was fucking depressing. Let me just go over the whole story, what happened. I didn't play the first one. I played parts of the first one. There was a lot of glitches, so I just stopped playing it. And then I didn't play the second one. I'm going to soon. And then I just went to the third one. So obviously I missed a whole lot of things. But basically, he's a Spectre, not the thing from James Bond. He is a Spectre, which is a space cop and a very high-ranking officer. And he's the very first, well, second human to do it. And basically, he's been chasing down these Reapers since the first game. Because like I said, I only played the first couple of chapters of the first game. And they mentioned the Reapers and how they were dangerous. And this whole game is a war on the Reapers. And the Reapers just take down everything. They're just so crazy. So the entire game, the first half, well, not the first half, like the first fraction is about him dealing with the fact that these Reapers are attacking Earth and he's got to get around, he's got to warn everybody. That's the first fraction. And then the major part of the game, basically what took me so long, was trying to get everybody on board from the galaxy, because everyone in the galaxy hates each other. It's like, you got, I don't know what they're called, but you got, you know, the humpback whales. I'm going to call them the humpback whales. And then you got your Garruses, because I love Garrus. I'm just going to call them the Garruses. And then you got your humans, and then you got your nerds, and then you got all these other ones. And they all hate each other, but they all have the same goal. But the humpback whales are assholes, and the nerds don't like the humpback whales. And it's just chaos. And then when you get these characters all together, you go to war, and then when you go to war, that's the ending. That's the entire game. You're like, wait, that's it for real? But trust me, it's a very well-paced game. It's like like I said, the whole trying to get them together, that took a little too long in my opinion. But you know, it was a very long game, so it kept me occupied. When I was bored, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to play some Mass Effect 3. And that's what a game should do. Try to keep someone occupied, a kid like me. The ending, like I said, there's so many different options. But the entire game, there is no fucking hope. No hope in this game. I try to be like the nicest guy in this game. Like, hey, we're going to do this, guys. We need hope. We need to preserve hope. Guess what? A minor good thing happens out of all that hope. And guess what? Even bigger, shittier thing happens after that. The entire game, I swear to God, and like at the end, I'm like this. Oh, look, the monolith, whatever the hell it's called, the thing that killed the Reapers. Oh, guess what? It's coming in. I was like, I let my guard down for 1 second. It's like, oh, it's gonna work. And guess what? It didn't work. The entire game, they just been busting my balls, messing with my emotions. It's just like, god damn, I highly do not recommend this if you have some depression issues, okay? Because you want to slit your wrists after this game, okay? I am a very hard person to put down, but this put me down emotionally. Like, oh my god. So our guy dies, Anderson dies. If you guys don't know who Anderson is, he's basically the guy who led us to be a Spectre. Anderson dies. My favorite character, Garrus, dies. Liara, who I don't give a shit about, she dies. All these people fucking die. And then Earth, just like, obliterated. It is insane from, like, the ending, the beginning is insane. The ending is insane. The middle part is just like structure, build the story. So, like, if you guys played the game, I'm probably reviewing a totally different game because of its RPG. I try to make the best decisions the decisions were extremely difficult too. That's what I really do love this game. The only negative I have to say is some of the visuals weren't on point. Not the cinematic points, but like, you know, making decisions, talking, and stuff like that. Some of the talking was a little off. The action was insane. Because in the first one, the shooting was, it was horrendous in my opinion. I did not like it. And then this one was more like a Ratchet and Clank in space. Realism, science fiction, not fantasy. It's insane. There was this villain who was running the Reapers, and he got his face fucked up at the end. I know I didn't play the second ones, but I found out some information that there was something with Shepard and all that stuff. Like, there was a lot of information to take in. That's another negative. Too much information to take in. Way too much. And they rely on that RPG stuff. A lot of people don't exactly pay attention. They need to put that in like some cinematic stuff. There wasn't enough cinematics either. But like, I never heard of this guy. I don't know his name. I just know that he is bad. I don't know his cause of it. I don't know. There was not enough answered questions because there's so much I should have done in the RPG mode, and I think like they should have given you the option. Like, obviously they can hint it out in there, but they don't need to like shove it in your face. But like, it was so hidden. Like, I found a computer. That's how I found out some information about Shepard and this villain. That they have some internet interactions. That's the only reason why I found out these things were connected. So those are the negatives, and the major thing, like I said, too much compacted into one. They relied too much on you focusing on the story. Like, I played this game over the course of 6 months. 6 months? Yeah, roughly 6 months. That's a long time. A fantastic game. Highly recommend it. Please try to play the first one, and then the second one, then the third one. I done fucked up. But, you know, please, if you have some depression issues, take your depression pills, take your happy pills, and then hide your knives, because that ending, I'm pretty sure no matter what, the ending was going to be fucked up. But basically everyone dies at the end, except for one person. They tease it like, oh my god, Joker's going to die, and then the door opens, and I'm like, yay, he's alive, but he has some, you know, bad disease that might kill him in the future. So I'm going to give this game a B+. This game is fantastic. The reason why I got a lower grade than I was expecting it is because of the fact of too much information upheld, too much relying on the RPG. You gotta study the story. You gotta like look for those little Easter eggs to figure out the story. I'm on a mission without permission, okay guys? I got too much shit to do. So B+, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that crap. Later, and goodbye. Since I'm a movie channel, I'm gonna explain this game through a movie term. Castaway, okay? Guy loses hope, but he maintains hope by striving to survive. Wow, similarities, right? Crazy. But except take away the 15 minutes at the end where he survives, comes home, and everyone's happy. Take that away. What do you got? He's stuck on the island. But don't leave off like that, right? Give him food poisoning. And then what's that going to lead to? It's going to lead to some bad, nasty shit, and then kill him off. That's Mass Effect 3.